Yo, what's good? Barcelona's rolling into this season with one goal: snatch every trophy out there. We're talking the Triple Crown, La Liga, Copa del Rey, and the Champions League. And let me tell you, they've built a squad that's wild enough, deep enough, and straight up dangerous enough to pull it off. So, how stacked is this team? Let's break it down.
Last season, Barca had one mission: climb back to the top. Under Hansi Flick, they didn't just hit that mark, they smashed it. From the opening whistle, you could feel the shift. The way they zipped the ball around, pressed like maniacs, and owned games.
That wasn't just solid soccer. That was next-level, elite stuff. They weren't just running La Liga. For a lot of folks, they were right up there with PSG as Europe's top dogs. Even with Flick in his first year, this didn't feel like a team figuring things out.
Nah, they played like they'd been vibing together for ages. Their passes were crisp, their pace was relentless, and their confidence with the ball? A nightmare for anyone trying to press them.
Domestically, they were straight up ruthless. Real Madrid didn't just lose to them, they got embarrassed. Every La Liga clash with Madrid was a statement. In the Supercopa final, Barca dismantled them. In the Copa del Rey final, same story. Another trophy snagged at Madrid's expense. Flick's Barcelona didn't just win games, they broke their opponent's spirits. But there was one place their dominance hit a wall: the Champions League. That semi-final against Inter was supposed to be their "we're here" moment for Europe. They pulled off a massive comeback in the return leg, and it looked like they were cruising. Then, bam, Inter scored late, forced extra time, and sealed the deal.
Yeah, there was some ref drama with a call on Gerard Martin that felt shady, but let's be real, that game exposed Barca's biggest weakness: depth. Their starting lineup was fire, but injuries and fatigue hit hard, and against Europe's best, that's enough to sink you. That's why this season feels different. Flick spent the summer fixing that depth issue, building a squad that's sharper, tougher, and ready for anything. Let's start at the back, because even in goal, Barca's made a move that could define their season. Last year, the goalkeeper spot was a mess. With Ter Stegen sidelined by injury for most of the season, Flick had to make a call.
Instead of betting on a young backup, he shocked everyone by pulling Szczęsny out of retirement. At first, people thought he'd just be a veteran bench option behind Peña, but Flick threw him straight into the starting lineup. For a while, it worked. Szczęsny brought stability, organized the defense like a boss, kept a decent number of clean sheets, and even had some world-class moments.
But he wasn't consistent. One game, he's saving everything. The next, he's flubbing easy shots that could have cost points. His reflexes were solid sometimes, but not reliable enough for a team chasing Europe's top prize. Enter Joan Garcia. Last season at Espanyol, this dude was the reason they stayed in La Liga. Week after week, he was pulling off game-changing saves, diving stops from point-blank range, fingertip saves on long shots, and staying cool as ice under pressure. His reflexes are razor-sharp, his positioning is on point, and his ball-playing fits Flick's modern keeper vibe perfectly. People are already calling him the next Neuer, and it's not hard to see why. He's quick off his line, fearless in one-on-ones, and can spark counterattacks with a single throw. With Garcia as the new number one, Ter Stegen recovering in the background, if he even stays, and Szczęsny and Peña as solid backups, Barca's got depth and quality in goal to take on any challenge. Now, let's talk defense. Last season proved Barca's backline could handle big games, but with a few tweaks this year, it might be even nastier. On the right, Jules Koundé settled into his role like a pro. Last season, his biggest glow-up was his decision-making, knowing when to push forward and when to hold his ground. That balance kept Barca tight at the back while letting their fullbacks wreak havoc going forward.
In the center, the Martinez-Pau-Cubarsí duo was money last season because they meshed so well. Martinez brought veteran cool, while Cubarsí added speed and quick passing out of the back. But with Martinez jetting off to Al Nassr, Flick switched to a new core pairing, Cubarsí and Ronald Araujo. On paper, it's a dream combo. Cubarsí's calm under pressure pairs with Araujo's speed, strength, and dominance in duels. That gives Barca control and physicality, plus depth with Andreas Christensen ready to step in seamlessly.
On the right, behind Koundé, Eric Garcia is another weapon. Last season, he wasn't just reliable, he was clutch. Some of Barca's biggest comebacks started with him pushing up, breaking lines, and sparking attacks from deep. On the left, Alejandro Balde is still a major ace. His speed, dribbling, and wing-like play make him one of Europe's most dangerous left-backs.
His injury last season hurt, but it gave Gerard Martinez a chance to shine. Now Barca's got two left-backs who can lock it down and still pose an attacking threat. With this defensive setup, Flick's got a backline that's balanced, fast, and adaptable. Pair that with the midfield in front, and you see why this Barca squad's eyeing more than just domestic glory.
Barca's midfield was already one of Europe's best last year, and Flick didn't need to overhaul it. He just added more juice and depth. This is the heart of the team, the engine that sets the pace, dictates play, and forces opponents to dance to Barca's tune. Frankie de Jong's still the anchor. His ability to shrug off pressure, carry the ball forward, and stay calm under stress makes him the guy who kickstarts nearly every attack. Casado's his wingman, bringing defensive balance with tough tackles, smart positioning, and cover for the fullbacks when they bomb forward. Together, they give Barca a foundation that's rock solid yet progressive.
Up ahead, Pedri and Gavi bring the spark and hustle. Pedri's vision and passing range let him slice through defenses with a single touch, while Gavi's intensity ensures Barca never loses control in midfield battles. Dani Olmo adds another layer. He can drift wide, find pockets of space, and link up with the forwards in tight areas. Then there's Fermin for extra depth, giving Flick at least two high-level options for every midfield spot. That kind of rotation is huge. It means Barca can keep the heat on in every competition without dropping quality, whether it's La Liga, Copa del Rey, or the Champions League.
With that midfield control, the attackers up top get the freedom to do what they do best: score goals and shred defenses. And that brings us to the attack, where Barca's biggest summer moves have totally transformed their options. Last year's front three, Rafinha, Lewandowski, and Lamine Yamal, was one of Europe's most electric.
They had balance, creativity on the right, experience and finishing in the middle, and pure joy on the left. But as good as they were, that Inter loss in the Champions League showed a flaw. When fatigue kicked in, their impact faded.
Once Inter neutralized Yamal, Barca's attack got predictable, and without fresh legs, they couldn't find a way through. Flick tackled that problem head-on this season by adding depth and variety.
The biggest signing? Marcus Rashford on loan. He can slot in on the left if Rafinha needs a breather or if Flick wants more speed and behind against certain teams. Last season was rocky for Rashford. Clashes with Amorim at Manchester United slowed him down, but his stint at Aston Villa in the second half showed he's still got top-tier juice. In preseason, we've already seen how lethal he can be when he links up with Barca's midfield, pulling defenses apart. Flick even toyed with Rafinha as a central number 10 and Rashford on the left in preseason, and it clicked. It changes the whole vibe. Rafinha becomes the creative hub, while Rashford isolates defenders in one-on-ones. That kind of tactical flexibility wasn't there last year.
In the middle, Lewandowski's still the go-to, but injuries and age are starting to creep in. That's where Ferran Torres steps up. With 19 goals and 7 assists in just 1,921 minutes last season, he proved he can carry the load without the attack losing its punch. On the right, Yamal's spot is locked in. He's already playing at a level way beyond his years, beating defenders, creating chances, and scoring big goals.
If Flick ever needs to rest him or switch up the rhythm, Rafinha can slide out wide or swap sides without a drop in quality. To add even more flavor, Barca brought in Rooney Bargi. He's technically gifted, confident on the ball, and can create chances from the right with clever passes and quick moves.
With these options, Barca's attack isn't just strong, it's versatile. They can switch systems, rotate players, and keep the intensity high in every competition. That's the kind of depth you need to chase a triple. From the keeper to the strikers, every spot in this squad has been upgraded.
It's time for Barca to take it all. And if they do, there's only one thing to say. Hats off, Hansi Flick. So, what do you think? Can this squad sweep everything this season? Drop your thoughts in the comments.